Hello digital art students, it's Mr. House. This video will show you how to get started with the color wheel collage, which is an assignment, not a tutorial. It's something that you're really creating on your own using a format that has you explore primary and secondary colors. Here's the assignment right over here, and we are going to get started. Now, you'll notice at the bottom of this there is a hexagon.ai. This is a Adobe Illustrator file, and you're going to download this and then leave it there. It's going to download quickly, leave it there, switch to Photoshop, and in Photoshop you will go to File, Open, and look in your Downloads folder. And you will see it, hexagon.ai. There it is. Open this. Right away, Photoshop wants to make sure you're opening the thing you want to. So we're going to select OK. And up comes this hexagon. Now, first thing we'll do is create a new layer, then go to this original layer and lock it. Alright. So now, what you can do is come in and use the magic wand tool, and you're going to make a selection. And let's see here, I've selected this triangle, but I can't paint anything on this layer, so I go to this layer. I'm going to call this, let's see what it looks like in the tutorial. Let's see here, so we go red, blue, and yellow. Okay, so those are on opposite sides of the color wheel. Let's start with red. So I go to Paint Bucket and pick red and paint it in. Okay, I'm going to call this, actually we'll do this this complete color wheel on one layer, and then we'll lock it as well. Next, I'm going to press Command D to deselect, go back to the magic wand, and go over here. Oops, it's on the wrong layer there. Okay, I'm back on this layer. And I'll click here and paint a yellow. Come up here right into the middle of the yellow and try to use really pure, bright colors for this first one. You'll notice I can't paint anything because this layer is locked. So I come up to this one and paint the yellow. Command D, back to magic wand, back to layer 1, select here, back to Paint Bucket, select a blue, back to this layer, paint it. Alright, Command D, back to this layer, magic wand. When you mix red and blue, you can see right in the middle here between red and blue is purple. So grab a purple and switch to your layer, Paint Bucket, and paint it. Back to this layer, magic wand, Paint Bucket. What comes between green or blue and yellow is green. So we can see right in the middle here, there's green, and we switch to our layer and paint it. Command D, back to this layer, magic wand. What comes between red and yellow? It's orange. And paint orange. Command D. We are done with this one. I'm going to lock this layer and create a new one. And what I'm going to do here is actually create what's called a new group. So this group is going to be called reds. And this layer, I'm going to drag right into this group. And you'll see it moved over a little. So I know this is in this group because if I collapse the folder, away it goes. What I'm going to do is go to a search. And I'm going to put in things that I like. Let's start with, how about fruit. Let's do a search for fruit, images, and then I can go into more here, search tools rather, and choose the color red. Now I see some fantastic images. I'm going to click on this one, and another way to bring in an image, sometimes this will work, is I can just click and drag this, bring it right in. Now this won't always work, but sometimes it will. And I didn't mean to paint bucket on there, so I'm going to undo, switch to the move tool. And you'll notice these raspberries have appeared on this layer. I'm going to click and drag them so they're really large. So they cover that entire triangle. I'm done with the transform. I hit the enter key. I'm going to come down to layer 1, turn these layers off. Click on magic wand, go back up, select layer 3, and I'm going to select inverse and press delete. You'll notice that I have a triangle filled with this image of fruit. So everything that I bring into this image, because you're going to be layering 10 images into each of these triangles and using opacity. So let's look at that. Let's say I want to go back to another red image, but this time it'll be a car. Right away, a red car. How about this one? And again, I'll just click and drag, move this right in. And there it is. And right away, it's pretty big. And I just want it to be a part of my page because I need to see all 10 of my images. So there it is. Again, I'm going to trim it. So I finish my transform by hitting return, turn these layers off, come down to the first layer, magic wand, there we go. I come back up to this car layer, Command Shift I, which is the same as select inverse. I press delete, it trims that photo. Command
here
D
we go.
Finishes
We're
the
still
selection.
going.
I'm going to change this
Okay.
layer mode to multiply. We're going to see what happens when we turn on. Now, I kind of lost that image of the car a little bit. So maybe I'll come in and try something different. Lighten. This white is a problem. So I can come in and turn these other layers off. I have this one selected, and I click on this white and press delete. And let's see if that helps. Aha, it did. So lighten turns out to be a pretty good mode. Even if I went to normal, I can then take the opacity down, and it starts to blend in. I can see some of those raspberries through it. So you're going to be blending all 10 images either with layer mode or opacity. Once you have 10 layers under your reds, collapse that, create a new group. Maybe I'll move on to yellow next. That's how it's done. Thank you for learning.